Ice in your wine? Never. But it brings up a good question. Which wines should you chill down and how? And which wine should be served at room temperature? And should red always be at exactly room temperature or not? So today we'll talk about 3 subjects I think will be very helpful for summertime drinking. And that would be what temperature certain wines should be served at. 2, is there life after Cabernet? What is the next step on developing your wine palate? And 3, we'll talk about this really fun not a new grape, but a grape that I've newly discovered that I love. It's called Pineau. So let's get into it. Whites, what temperature? Yes, whites and rosés and sparkling wines, make them cold, but not with ice. Get them in the fridge or put them in an ice bath before you drink them. And then reds, of course, your big full-bodied reds like Cabernet and Merlot want to be at room temperature, but that is based on the European old-timey room temperature of about 60 degrees. So you do want to chill those down just a little bit before you serve them. And even more so for light-bodied reds like Pinot Noir or Northern Italian reds or German reds. They need a little bit more chill, maybe more like 50 to 55 degrees to get their ultimate flavor profiles released and not taste too much alcohol or the other things. You want to taste the aromatics and the esters of those wines. Those are the temperatures to do it at. Not with ice, but by timing when you put it in and take it out of the fridge. So what's next after Cabernet on the development of your palate? A lot of people get stuck in Cabernet, the king of wines, for a long time, and some people never leave. But at some point, after all that oak and vanilla and high tannin, you're left wondering, is there anything else? And if that's you, it's time to slow down and get a little subtle and find wines like Pinot Noir. Drinking wine, you'll find at some point doesn't always have to be a wrestling match. At some point you just want to cuddle, right? So Pinot Noir is the next step, and some might say that it's more advanced than drinking Cabernet Sauvignon because it's more cerebral, ethereal. You have to pay attention to all the subtle nuances. So your palate is really starting to pick up these minutiae of subtle differences. And also, I would say at this point in your wine drinking game, you're ready for some more challenging old world wines like Northern Italy or especially Burgundy, where you're starting to pick up a lot more flavors other than fruit. So flavors like florals and herbs and minerals and even tar and leather and things like that are a ton of fun. So you can go get a Pinot Noir, but the one I picked today is actually a pretty unique grape from the Loire Valley of France, and it's called Pineau. I think it's got a lot of similar character to Pinot Noir. It's grown in the Loire Valley, and this is a pretty unique winery. So even though it's a sophisticated, pretty typical French wine from a specific place, it's got a really playful label. There's a little guy dunking the wine as a basketball. So this is the Athletes du Vin cooperative of winemakers in the Loire Valley. So they're sophisticated and elegant wines with a fun twist. Pinot d'Agny, light, great for summer drinking. Drink at about 55 degrees. And nice raspberry cherry. Ooh, there's definite florals and herbs there. A little bit of dirt, but not too much. And when you drink a Pinot d'Agny, also look for a little bit of peppery spice and a unique note of number 2 lead pencil. So have fun. Athletes du Vin, Pinot d'Agny. Enjoy summer. Oh, that's nice and tart and yet smooth in a pretty elegant way. Reminds me of a little ballet dancer, even though there's a basketball guy. What gives?